Got cocky.
Noxious water.
Uh-oh. Oh, hey, we're back.
All right.
What
we're
button
back.
did you hit?
I don't know. A black button.
The on button?
Did
on
you
button?
did you have the mute button on?
No.
Hey, there we are. Sorry about that. Oh man, we messed up our whole intro.
Yeah. Did that not record on like the audio side?
Oh, we're gonna have to do this again real quick.
Well, this is awkward. All right.
Hey, there we go.
All right, everybody.
So Tom hit the mute button.
All right, we're way too close to the mic. We're getting a little hot.
Getting hot mic.
Yeah.
hot mic.
So, all right. Well, apologies to everybody.
Come on, do that intro real
All
quick.
right,
You
all
got
right.
it, Tom.
All right.
I have faith in you.
Something about Cindy Crawford. Hops. High fives. Around the horn. Friendship. Butt rock Tom.
The Royals for Rattlesnake.
Dan.
Best friends podcast in the world.
Trapped intro. Yeah,
Yay,
Monster
butt rock.
Energy.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, we're back.
We made jokes and we had
the best jokes coming
Yeah.
into this.
we had Matt cracking up.
We had Matt just wheezing over. He's like,
Guys, it's taken
all
us
we heard over there.
it's taken us like 85 episodes, but we made somebody laugh.
I know. It is taking us 85 episodes to get a guest to laugh as hard as he did.
Oh my god, this is such a dog and pony show.
I apologize, guys.
All
I
right.
apologize.
Well, we're back. All you missed was subscribe, rate, review, yada yada yada. 5-star party. Good job.
We are partnered with Breweries in PA.
Yeah, yada yada
Breweries
yada.
in PA is
breweriesinpa.com.
the leading source of all things craft beer in Pennsylvania. Follow them on social media. It's at Breweries in PA. Check out their website. It's breweriesinpa.com.
Oh, yada 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 over the best part. And we're, as always, we're a part of the Hopped Up Network. It's a bunch of independent beer podcasts, yada yada yada, at hoppedupnetwork.com.
Okay, I'm ready for a beer after that.
Yeah. All right. So we're with, I guess we didn't catch.
Yeah, I guess you guys didn't catch the intro. If you can't read it,
10-7 Brewing, North Wales, almost Lansdale. There was jokes about that.
it was
You missed it.
It was a lot of fun. You
The
weren't
time
here
has
to
passed.
experience it. So.
Yeah. Okay. I
whatever.
think we're all caught up. We caught up that 10 minutes that nobody could hear us. All right. Let's drink some beer. All right. So, guys. Matt, Bob, Jerry,
Yo.
head brewer,
how are you?
owners, recently retired. Congratulations. Been retired, right?
Thank you.
He was 2 weeks before me.
Oh, so both of you recently retired. Wow.
Yep.
Man, this is turning into the old folks' home over here. Oh.
You're not wrong.
We have nap time at 12.
I understand the ramps outside now. I get it.
Recently handy capable here.
Hey, when you guys are ready to drink, let me know. All right.
They're called job relaxed.
Okay, job relaxed. Got it.
All right. So what are we drinking? What are we drinking first?
I'll let the brewery
You guys
decide.
want to go with Hayes Odyssey?
Sure.
I'm
you don't
ready.
have to tell us twice.
Yeah, I'm ready to go on an odyssey here.
Yeah. So 2021 Haze Odyssey. It's the second time that we're brewing this. We brewed this last year, right about the turn of the new year, I think. It's a Citra Mosaic, double hazy, double dry hopped IPA. So just a nice juicy boy.
I like it. You're definitely speaking to Dan, but
Oh yeah.
you're speaking to me. I'm coming back around on Hazy Boys.
Oh yeah.
I think we went a little heavy on the oats on this, right, Matt?
Yeah, and heavier on the oats.
Oh okay.
Cool. So this is gonna be nice for the gram.
Yeah.
Oh nice. I got the 2021 Haze Odyssey is already on Untapped, guys, and I'm just gonna share my screen here so the people at home can see Untapped. And by the way, you can follow all the beers that we have on
right.
Untapped by following us
Trying to
at
catch me off guard.
Best Friends Pod. That's Best Friends POD. All right, for everyone playing the home game, there you are. So we've got 2021 Haze Odyssey. Yep, hopped and dry hopped with the juiciest Citra and Mosaic, Look for notes of peach rings and dried pineapple, brewed with twice the oats we usually use, resulting in an even creamier, smoother. I almost said smoothier.
Smoothier. That's
Fuller.
later. That's later, Dan.
Smoothier. Fuller mouthfeel at 7.3. It's the perfect kind of beer to start your year, an odyssey of the haziest kind. All right.
You want to get a crack?
Dan, the glasses are to your right.
All right, we're going to get a crack here in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Nice crack.
The customary crack.
Well cracked.
Well cracked.
Well cracked it.
I see what you did there.
All right. So, I mean, for the first thing I noticed, as always, guys, can art on point.
On point.
On point.
I was just laughing about this with Bob. I turned the can around and I saw the ship and I was just like, "Welcome, Dave." I can't do that, David.
All right, boys.
Cheers.
Let's get into this. Launch it.
Cheers.
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 Definitely, it's super hazy. I don't know if it's catching it on
Super hazy.
on camera there. But
Super hazy, and you have the buddy cop duo right there of Citra and Mosaic. They're like the Riggs and Murtaugh of hazy IPAs right there.
The Bob and Jerry of
You got Citra as like that wild card, and then you got like Mosaic who's just like, I'm too old for this shit, but I'll be here anyway.
We're there with the retirement jokes again. The old guy jokes.
So I guess like Matt would be the Riggs, and you guys are like Murtaugh times 2.
Murtaugh's dead.
When you retired, did Matt come into like your bathtub with like a candle, like cake and everything, just like the beginning of Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
How many times has your wife asked for Matt's badge and gun?
Hand in your badge and gun. You're out of here. You're a wild card. Putting twice the oats in a hazy IPA. What are you doing?
Matt's just going to a random grave and crying in the rain.
So, what was the thought behind twice the oats? Was this like a tasting note from the previous version that you guys wanted to like expand upon?
No, it was just it was something that we wanted to try. We were just playing around the first time that we did it. Our hazy IPA recipe, we usually do a mix of flaked wheat, flaked oats, different proportions, and so this one we just wanted to go all oats, see how that played, see how we liked it. So
I like it a lot. I mean, it does have a full mouthfeel. Right now, being like cold and out of the can, it's got a nice snap to it right now.
Yeah, nice hard bite.
But I bet like at the as it gets to like room temperature, we're really gonna get that smoother mouthfeel kind of going with this. So I'm really excited to like talk about the beer while we're like sitting here letting it get to that room temp.
I like that it's not like overly juicy. It's not like super. I feel like it's not super Citra heavy. It's a little bit more on the Mosaic side. It's like it's got a little bit of that bitterness, not so much. It's not like Citra dominant.
yeah, definitely I would say it's a little bit more Mosaic dominant, and it's super. I would say it has a nice mouthfeel, but I do think that snap that you're talking about in there makes it just like the next sip you want another one. Like it makes it super drinkable.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's I like my IPA to taste like a beer or have a mouthfeel like a beer, not like an oatmeal stout. I like a nice carved IPA. I feel like there was like too much of that time there, like right at the beginning of the pandemic, where like every IPA was just super smooth.
Every crack of the can was just like a soft like. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? But like this, like the nice carbonation with that nice snap, and like you said, there's a little bit of bitterness on the back of the palate. Reminds you that it's still an IPA. You're still getting that juicy hazy, but then you're getting those like old time. Sorry, I didn't mean to say old time, guys. Those old time hop bitterness feels.
No, this is so I've been talking about it on the podcast. I've been beer cyclical, I would say. I'm coming back around on IPAs. I was very anti-IPA for, I would say, almost the last year. I'm coming back around. I caught the wave on the West Coast IPAs coming back, and now with these, I feel like I don't know if it's just something. My palate's a little bit more refined, or
I've just beaten them over your head.
I was going to say
all
more.
year.
My palate's more abused to now. It's just like, yeah, just whatever. Just put it in. Like that came out really wrong. Okay, I was trying to skirt around that.
Show us on the doll where the hazy IPA hurt you. Jeez.
But yeah, I remember like when we first started the podcast, it was milkshake IPAs were like a big not milkshake style, I guess, more like lactose and flavored IPAs were starting to make a big surge. So we had those, and then it was like everything had to be a New England. Everything had to be that like super hazy, super soft, super juicy, and it got to a point where I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I want something different. I want just beer. Give me a Pilsner or a lager. Right. And now I'm coming back around where I'm getting beers like this where the hops are really, I want to say tame, but that's not really the right word. A little bit more bitter conscious, I would say.
I would say balanced.
Yeah,
is the
more
word.
balanced, yeah. Like this, it's crisp. It's easy drinking. The hop combo, Citro Mosaic. Like we said, it's the buddy cop of IPAs. It's been done millions of times. But there's always something different in those beers. It's not, these beers aren't just all about, the hops, different malt builds, all around like different builds, and you can do different things with it. And I think I just got caught up in like, oh, another Citron Mosaic IPA, cool. But, I came around, started getting more American IPAs, just pale ales, getting into those like crispier, drinkable IPAs. And now I'm really
I'm just like over his shoulder like the Emperor in Star Wars, just like, yes, good. Do it.
I've been really enjoying them, just being able to sit down and enjoy, one or two of them, where before it was like I had one and I'm just like, oh, I feel so bloated, and now I'm done for the night.
Seep through you. Let the haze seep through you. Young Padawan.
Rant over.
Rant over.
No, it just goes to, what I'm saying is this is a really well-balanced IPA, super drinkable. I think 7.3 doesn't drink like a 7.3. Not that that's super high for an IPA, but it's certainly not at that session level, but it kind of drinks like a session beer.
Yeah.
I agree. Definitely.
We tend to do that often.
Yeah, definitely drinks like a session beer, like dangerously. And just want to highlight as we're drinking out of these glasses, best glasses choices in the game, guys. Yeah. You guys have so many different glasses with your logo on it.
Yeah,
as I'm looking over, I'm like, wow, they all say 10-7 on them. This is awesome. And just a little moment of silence for for the glass that Matt couldn't get.
I am working on it. It'll come in time.
He's working.
And just so
trying.
everyone knows, there are dye bags hidden in the glasses, so don't steal them.
Jerry meticulously counts them every Monday to see who's stolen them over the weekend.
Then I check the cameras and
then
find
we go
out.
to the cameras, and we start searching for people.
I was going to say, for former law enforcement people, we picked a lock and got in here pretty quickly to set up. I don't know what your security system is like here, but you might need to call ADT about that.
Do you guys have an interrogation room in here, or is it like the vet where you have like a jailhouse underneath the?
You don't really
Rather
want
not
to know.
talk about that right now.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
That's going to be off mic.
So what's been going on with 10-7 since things
Since
started to
everything's- yeah.
ease up a little bit, and we're back in breweries, and people are doing stuff.
It's been weird, to be quite honest. It's unpredictable, I guess I would say. You don't know when it's going to be real busy, when it's not going to be real busy. We'll have a busy night that we didn't expect to be busy, and then on a night that we would expect it to be busy, it's not. It's been a little bit odd, but it almost feels like we're back to where we were. It's a good feeling to be, see the place full again. So we've expanded the outdoor seating area a little bit, put a couple extra
Saw that
seating
out there.
areas in. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks really
some
nice
new
when I was
tables
pulling
and
in.
things for outside. So aside from that, just cranking out, more and more really good beer and barreling more beer. We got 30 barrels now
Yeah.
or something.
Oh,
like
wow.
Oh wow.
that. Yeah, that are full of beautiful stouts and saisons and all kinds of stuff. So.
Yeah, you guys are hard at work, and I did make the mistake a few weeks ago of coming to like pick up takeout beer on a trivia night.
So
so-
busy.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys were buzzing here,
Yeah.
and it was awesome to see like you guys were like running on all cylinders here, and it was awesome to see like the tap room being a tap room again.
Yep.
And I was just sitting there. I had somewhere to go, and I'm like, man, I could really just like stay here for a couple beers. I'm like, I know I have some takeout right now, but I have to go home.
Yeah, it really has been great to see that again. See all these people in here. And during COVID, we transitioned to canning a lot of beers. Obviously, we had to. We had no choice. We had planned in 2020 to can more than we had the previous year, but not to the extent that we ended up canning. And that's really taken off on us too. So we're distributing more. We're out in Lancaster, everywhere from Lancaster out east to New Hope to up north to maybe Reading.
Reading, Limerick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Limerick.
you guys
So-
are right in my backyard, Limerick
Down in-
Beverage. So I've
Yeah,
seen you
Limerick
guys.
Beverage, man, they just crush it there. They sell a lot of our beer, which is
They
awesome.
do, and they recommend it. One of the employees was recommending like PA beers to a guy next to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we have the stuff from 10-7." He went through the whole like 10-7 bio for you guys, so they do a good job up
Oh,
there for
that's
you guys.
They really do.
Nice,
yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, I feel like distributing is like the big thing now. I feel like I'm hearing a lot more of breweries that are, oh yeah, we're distributing here, and we're starting to talk to distributors to get out a further reach. And then I would think that that's a byproduct of people having to can. They have
Oh,
to
yeah,
can.
absolutely. Yeah.
Over the last year, if you weren't canning beers, you were dead. I mean,
Yeah, what's difficult
it.
too is the balance that we're trying to figure out again is how much do we can and how much do we have on draft. So that, like I said, with not knowing how many people are going to be here, how much draft to have for that, how much we can offer bars and restaurants now that they're buying it again.
Oh yeah.
On draft, they want draft again. They couldn't for the longest time because they weren't open. So, that's the game we're playing right now, is trying to figure out just how much, draft and how much we should can.
And are you guys distributing your own beer, or are you?
Yeah, we self-distribute.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys self-distribute all of your beer, because I've seen you guys posting on social media, taking beer to, like I said, Limerick, other places that you guys have been out to, and Kunda too
Yeah,
is
I was
another.
going to say Kunda's another one that sells a lot of beer.
Yeah, 100's a big one down there in
Yeah.
King of Prussia for
100
you guys.
100 years.
Doylestown. I mean, there's a ton of them, obviously, but they're probably the three. They probably buy the most. Those three.
Oh yeah, they go through such a volume down there.
Just put a couple beers in the basket on the front of Scott's bike, and he just rides to different different distributors.
He's just
My
on that
daughter
red.
actually
He's
does
on that
that.
red bike, like dressed like Pee Wee Herman, just ringing the bell like.
Bring, bring.
No, we ended up
Beer
getting a van.
delivery.
Scott couldn't fit all the beer in his basket, so
You guys had to upgrade.
yeah.
Basket can't hold a sixtel to take to the restaurants.
Yeah, exactly.
But he would strap that on his back.
Yeah, like a camel. Yeah.
That's why he's not here. He's the hardest working guy here.
That's right.
It's definitely not Matt.
No, he barely works.
I feel like you guys need to do like a plexiglass around the brewing area, just so, and then make Matt brew at night. So
Yep.
he's
So people can watch him work?
Yeah, he's like a display.
Yeah. He'd probably work 22 hours a day if
Yeah.
he could.
If I
Take a
could.
nap and get back to it.
You could
but-
put one of those like Philadelphia Zoo signs out there, just like with his name
don't
and like
feed
all
him.
the stuff.
Yeah,
The region he can be found in.
Someone knocks on the glass, and he scurries behind the fermenters.
yeah. I was gonna say, well crafted as that down in their basement.
Yeah, they do.
and I was over on Thursday. I was over there, and I was helping Krupel I was handing him something, and there was just like somebody at the bar, just like sitting at us, just like staring at us, like working. And I was like, I'm really uncomfortable by this. And
You should
he's
just like take a handful of lettuce and
Yeah.
throw it at the glass.
I was like, do they always just stare at you? And he's like, all day. That's all they do.
The first place I saw that was Attic Brewing in Philly, and the you're sitting at the bar like we are, and the brewing area is right there, and like people are in there midday sitting at the bar while everybody's working. They're just sitting there looking.
Yep.
And it's like that's got to be nerve-wracking. Like you're like graining in, like, what do you guys want to know?
Everyone's always so fascinated.
I'm pouring malt in. It's malt.
Yeah, when we set the place up, I thought it would be cool to be able to sit right next to the brewing equipment. You know, when you're in here having a beer and stuff, but it does not
And it is.
help us, and it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does not help that we can only brew, for the most part, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this place has to be converted back into a tap room. So, you know, we can't do anything while we're open over there.
I was trying to find the video of when the dry hop went wrong at Human
Oh.
Robot. Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen that?
No.
I think it was last week. They had one of their dry hops gone wrong, and it was just spraying beer. But they put the security footage on their Instagram, and it was like Andrew just jumping off a ladder while it's just spraying him in the face.
Wow.
And I was just imagining that
Yeah,
happening
that's
with
one
like
of
the
reasons we can't-
plexiglass.
yeah.
Just like Matt, just like running around, slipping on beer. It
Looks
just
like
sounds
a Benny Hill
I was gonna
skit.
say a Benny Hill sketch, like.
Without the plexiglass, we would call that audience participation.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Saturday, like I feel like Friday, Saturday night, you just need to wheel those Japanese like the paper
Oh, yeah, the
barrier
little
things
dividers,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing to see here, folks. All right, Dan. Final thoughts on?
Did you already crush it, Tom?
Yeah, I did. I told you I'm starting to become a hazy boy again.
I
don't
know.
know
Return of the hazy.
what's
boy over
happening to
here.
me. What's happening to me?
So I guess as the resident IPA guy of this podcast, bitterness is on point, well balanced, and definitely did get softer as it got to room temperature. I sat on it a little bit longer than my partner right here.
Cohort.
I sat on it longer than he sat on the mute button for the intro. So
Damn, Daniel.
But yeah, definitely got softer with room temperature. Still had a nice bite from the hops, and how you guys did that. And it drinks like an IPA, and that's what I like in my hazies. I want them to still remind me that you're still drinking an IPA, and I think you guys definitely achieved it with this one.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what are we gonna move
This-
on to here?
This one's dropping what on? Is it Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thursday.
So you guys will be dropping this on cans this Thursday. So the podcast audio, guys, is going to be dropping
Wednesday.
on the 1st, which is September 1st. You guys are going to be dropping this the next day, September 2nd. For everybody on the live stream, dropping this Thursday, guys. Come and pick it up.
Yeah, well worth it. It's a well-crafted beer.
May as well go, since you're enjoying the hazies, let's go right into another one. We'll do a double here.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna do Star Doors. All right, so what do we got here? Ooh, we got the
I can pick it up here.
we got the expensive hop.
Oh, okay. I'm going to get Star Doors pulled up here on Untapped while we do this. And guys, while I'm pulling it up, you can always give us a follow on the beers we feature on the podcast.
Premature.
Sorry.
We'll drink that one later.
Nope.
So
That's
sorry.
all I wanted.
Yeah, guys, you can follow us on Untapped. Is this the DDH or is this the standard?
Premature craculation. Is that what you would
Oh,
call
yes.
that? Is that what you would call that?
Yes.
This
it
is standard Star Doors, right?
That is.
no,
yeah, that's
no.
not
This is
DDH.
double dry hop. This is double dry hop.
But it's not the DDH version.
This
Oh,
says
okay.
DDH hazy double.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
Oh,
there's
it-
a little more to the DDH.
Oh, okay. A little bit.
than
We'll talk about that.
Just
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
dry hop, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, so guys, follow us on Untapped. That's Best Friends Pod. Again, that's one more POD drop. Best Friends POD.
Not MOD.
Not MOD. All right, so Star Command meets Real Fake Doors for a true juice bomb, heavily hopped with Galaxy and Citra. The combination is magical and otherworldly. Find out what's behind the door.
All right. Let's get a crack here. In 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Nice.
I just got
Simultaneous.
slapped with Galaxy right in my nose.
It's got a facial, just Galaxy all over your face.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get a towel?
No, I'm good. It was the premature craculation.
Oh, episode name.
All right. So this it pours super hazy. Like I said, right on the nose, Galaxy. Galaxy dominant. Really nice head on this.
I'm really looking forward to talking to Matt about Galaxy, but
Oh, boy.
let's cheers first, guys.
Boys, slancha.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody at home.
Cheers down there.
Yeah, so Galaxy took the front seat on this one, huh?
Yeah. I think the past 2 years, I would say, probably, Galaxy has been this pretty wild hop. I don't know. We went from really, really liking this hop in like 2018, I would say, 2017, 2018. It was like heavy pineapple, just like super juicy. But I feel like the past 2 years, it's just been like this very challenging hop to deal with. And I don't know if that's just the Galaxy that we get. I don't know. I mean, we've heard it from other brewers too.
We've heard it from pretty much every brewery
Yeah,
that
I
we've
was gonna say,
talked to.
yeah, we've talked about this, and
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say it around law enforcement, but there's a subtle dankness to this.
Yeah,
to this here.
Yeah.
There is a subtle dankness to this
Yes.
to this Galaxy that is kind of like a double-edged sword. It's sometimes good, sometimes bad. Some brewers are raving about it. They're able to contain it, but yeah, it's like a wild horse.
I think last year's batch was described as like very like peanut buttery.
Yep.
Not really super appetizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Ryan from Warwick talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know Ryan at Warwick.
we only know Scott
Farkas.
Scott Farkas from Farkas Farm Brewing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Galaxy. I feel like we've talked to a number of brewers that have said the same thing. It's a very you can't really go into a year knowing what to expect from it because it varies every year.
Yeah. I will say though that I find that it plays nicely with other hops, way better than I think it plays by itself.
By itself.
Mm-hmm.
And is that why you're thinking Star Doors is like that perfect combination, because you guys kind of put Real Fake Doors up against like Star Command,
Yep.
and kind of got like a perfect combination of the two.
Yep. Exactly.
I agree. As somebody who a couple weeks ago I did get Star Command, you can taste the elements of Star Command in this, and then there's that Citra that kind of comes in, and again, I hate using the same word over and over, but balances it out. It's very well balanced.
It has a very distinct Galaxy flavor. It's definitely, like I mentioned, it's a Galaxy dominant, and I feel like Galaxy's a very dominating hop. It's just the flavors are overpowering to other hops, and I feel like what you said, playing well, you have to find a nice playmate for it, as it were. But I've yet to have a Galaxy hopped beer that I didn't really enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't think I really ever picked up on much of the. It's definitely different. I remember Galaxy a couple years ago being like you said, that super juicy. Like any Galaxy beer was like, all right, this is gonna be nice and
The
juicy.
new hotness.
Yeah. But now it is much milder as far as the juiciness goes, and it does pair well with a lot of really good beer, a lot of really good hops. What was it? The Elder Pines that I just had. I've had that a couple times, and I think
Galaxy
that,
and Comet.
yeah, Galaxy and Comet
Okay.
together. Really, I think that was one of the beers that brought me back around to IPA. Was that combination was really good. But I'm really liking the Galaxy and the Citra on this one. What was it double dry hopped with?
Galaxy Citrus.
Galaxy Citrus.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy tropical on the nose, and you guys again just got to applaud the glasses choice here. Much like a Tiku right here, you're getting a lot of like the tropical notes on the nose when you drink out of a glass like this. So
Yeah, it's important to drink out of something like this because it's forcing when you drink, it's forcing your nose into the glass.
yeah, forcing you to have the full experience of the beer.
Yeah, aroma is a huge part of drinking a beer. So I drinking out of a can, you lose a lot of it. I think.
I know. I stopped doing it. I feel like I bring my own glass to parties now and everything too, knowing that they're not going to have a glass. I'm just like, don't worry, I have one in my cooler. Just like pull one out that's like wrapped up in like one of my kitchen towels.
I do have to ask Harry from Experimental Beer. Let's keep it PG in the chat, okay?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Harry.
Yeah, he's getting a little.
Harry, nose assault. Let's drop
yeah.
that R word. Nobody wants to talk about that right now.
Yeah. So, Bob and Jerry, both recently retired. How's that going for you guys?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's nice to just have one full-time job now. And I don't know, Matt. I asked Matt if he need me to come in today or need me at a certain time today. He says, I've been doing fine without you for the last 3 years. So
I feel like I should really ask Matt, how's Bob and Jerry's retirement going?
It's going well.
I just picture I picture them like Bill Lumberg, just
I'm gonna
So?
need you to,
I feel like it's real casual. They just come in with like flip flops on. You just hear them flopping across the floor here as they're walking towards the like flop flop.
I'm thinking
flop, flop.
that Lumberg, like they're just leaning like, so Matt, how's it going?
No, it's been awesome having them here. They've been a big help. So it's been nice to be able to bounce ideas off, or if I need extra help, extra set of hands, or anything like that. It's been really awesome to have both of them here.
As Bob mentioned, it's nice having one full-time job. There's been a lot of things that we've wanted to do for the past 3 years that we just haven't had the chance to get to having full-time day jobs. So it's really been great to be able to tackle or attack some of those things.
And Jerry's been doing all those special projects that we've been wanting to get to. So a lot of maintenance around here and other projects we've been wanting to get to. So.
Building their interrogation room.
Yeah.
No, we had that day one.
I saw the picture of you like working on a truck with one of these glasses in your hand, and I was just like, look at this guy multitasking, just enjoying a nice oil change with like a beer in his one hand.
That's
Right.
Be Like Jerry.
Be like Jerry.
The Be Like Jerry campaign.
I really like it. So what do you guys have coming up in the next couple months?
Actually, a lot going on. Tomorrow we have a collab brew day with Second Sin. They're coming over here.
Very cool.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to do a double collab with them, one here, and then was it September, November. We're
The
doing
old
one
home
over-
and home.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got that one coming up. We got these 2 cans releasing this week. We've got some really exciting barrel-aged saisons that are going to be getting released. Some more barrel-aged stouts. We got the anniversary party that we're planning right now. It's October 23rd. That whole weekend we have events, but the 23rd is the Saturday that we plan on trying to replicate our first year anniversary, which was pretty amazing. So. What else we got? We have a lot of events. Excuse me. First Fridays in Lansdale, Hausman Fruit Farm. We set up and sell there. Starting this weekend, we'll be there Saturday and Sunday, and then we've got a bunch of dates in October. We'll be selling there.
They have a little like farm fest thing where they have like
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really a
ride and stuff
great
like that.
farm. Yeah.
How's the Lansdale First Friday been? It looks like it's
Good.
like pretty wild.
Yeah,
for,
it's been pretty packed.
Nice little outdoor like get-togethers they've
Yeah, I
been
think
having.
people just were really excited to get back out again.
Yeah, exactly.
And as long as the weather holds out, we'll have another busy First Friday. What else we got?
We got North Wales Community Day coming up in September. We have Kennet Brew Fest in early October.
Think there might be something else going on in September. Maybe September 18th.
The Area 4 Beer Fest?
Yes.
Is that what you could be
There we
possibly
go.
be talking about?
I think
We
possibly.
have that one as well. Yeah, that was my next. I was getting to that. I always like to save the best for last. Thank you very much for
see?
spoiling the surprise.
Way to go, Tom.
Yeah. That sounds like somebody in our interrogation room. Yeah, September 18th, the Area 4 Beer Fest over at Blueprint.
Yep.
Pretty unique experience, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be very unique. With it's almost little inside baseball. He's my brother-in-law who's putting it on for the beer fest.
Mike
and
is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No
Yeah.
way. I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah. That's my wife's brother.
Cool.
And so, he kind of brought the idea to me, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like basically, like have the beers kind of come to you experience where you have your party of people, and each party gets to try and sample the beers, maybe ask questions to like either the brewer or whoever's going to be serving the beers, who's knowledgeable in the beers. It's an awesome experience, and then you also get to buy the beer on your way out. Like it's advantageous for both the attendees and the brewers.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it's a very unique setup for a beer fest. Basically, you're getting bottle service.
Bottle service,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like high-end bottle service. We'll play a little P Diddy for everybody while we're.
I'm not set up
Listen,
for that.
we'll play a little Puff Daddy while we're at the. We'll be there live too, so we'll be chatting with people. So if you guys, I don't know who's attending for you guys, but we'll be there doing a live stream as well as talking to brewers and people representing the breweries that are going to be there. Guys, again, that is September 18th. Tickets are still available. Hit the link in our bio for localfoundation.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Plug.
Another cool one we're doing is October 16th, I believe, at Lost Tavern. They're putting on a beer fest up there that is
Hops
they-
for Hope.
Hops for Hope. They invited a bunch of breweries that have done collabs with them to come
nice.
out and pour. So yeah, we're really excited for that one. There's some really good breweries that are going to be at that one.
I still need to travel up there. Ever since they did the Iverson Step Over can label, I've been wanting to go up there so bad.
Can label so awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the best can labels I've ever seen, and I've never like belly laughed harder than like starting to follow them and like pulling up Instagram early in the morning as I'm waking up, and I'm just like, just like a deep laugh at that.
I'm not sure if Gretchen did that one or not, but she does some great labels for them. She helped us with our Big Hoppy. I don't know if you
Oh yeah,
had that beer or saw that label.
yeah, I've seen that label.
Yeah, with Big Hoppy here on it. It was awesome.
I was to say,
Yeah, she did some of the
with
work
this
on
man
that.
himself right there.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys got a lot of stuff in the works. Yeah, it's really good to see all of these things coming together, and people being able to get out and enjoy beers at the brewery, and Beer Fest actually being a thing again.
Yep.
It's very nice to see.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah.
It's awesome just from my experience coming here during the pandemic versus coming here like, I wouldn't say after pandemic, but like after things have been like, better or reaching
Relaxed.
normal. Yeah, reaching some sort of normalcy. It warms my heart to see. Like I can see Matt's like beautiful face now. He's not behind a mask when he gets my beers.
He is lacking a man bun.
Well, yeah, he is lacking the man
It
bun
got too hot.
and a Hawaiian shirt. I was hoping. I was like,
I usually am wearing the Hawaiian shirt, though.
I was like,
I-
please wear this for the podcast.
if you see me in the wild and not out here, there's a good chance that I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
There you go.
Wardrobe by Sir Thomas
Matt in the
Bahama.
wild. One other one I did not mention, the McCall Collective. We did the home and home with them as well.
Hmm.
So this is
A
a
little local collaboration right there.
yeah, they're awesome too. We love those guys. We did a lavender. They did lavender saison at their place. We brewed a hibiscus and honey saison. Actually, there's honey in the lavender as well. So we are getting ready to put that on draft either this week or next week.
Mm-hmm. And then,
our half, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll be barrel aging some of that as well.
Oh.
So yeah, you said you had a couple saisons barrel aged. Are you barrel aging them in wine barrels, or is it
Yes.
a mixed?
Wine barrels. We had one out last year called Something Classy, which was a blend of 3 different saisons. Did you guys have that at all?
We featured that on the podcast.
It was actually on the podcast.
Thought so. That's right.
Yeah.
I think then we probably
It's
talked-
okay. I mean, you guys are a little up there, a little
Oh,
long in the
yeah.
tooth. Maybe the memory is just fading a little bit. You guys were around during the '70s, so we
Well
kind
done.
of we forgive you.
Yeah, we were driving in the 70s. Not quite. So that's something classy that you had. We put back into another red wine barrel with red raspberries and Brett. So that version is going to be probably for our anniversary draft and bottles.
I think you guys talked about doing that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
when we were on the podcast last time.
And we have another one, another blended saison that was barrel aged. We're getting ready to bottle that soon, right?
Yeah, within the next couple weeks, bottle in that one.
Yeah. So we'll be putting that out and have that on draft, and then we already did blend that and put it into another barrel, and this time, was it blackberries in Brett?
No, it was the grapes from the skins.
What was the blackberry?
Didn't do blackberry.
Yeah, we did.
Oh no, the blackberry was the blend. Sorry, we did regular on point in the barrel with grape skins,
Right.
and then we did the blend of on point with
Yep.
blackberry.
Correct. So that'll be Brett blackberry. So yeah, we're really digging,
Yeah, we're
the,
starting to play with
the
some.
blending. And
You
the
guys are
barrels.
doing a lot of barrel aging.
Yep.
As the barrel program come as a result of you guys having a little bit more time to
I was going to say,
spend.
yeah, you guys have time to play.
Yeah, that's like the retirement.
Listen, Matt and Scott do all the heavy work. They do all the brewing and stuff. Jerry and I just do the glamorous stuff. But
keepers of the barrels over
yeah,
there.
we just we have the opportunity now to brew some beer and put it in the barrels, and we're able to afford to buy some barrels here and there. You know what I mean? And in the beginning, that's a little bit difficult, but because you're now tying up some beer that you could be selling that is now sitting in a barrel for a year. We have one that's how long's on duty? 1 point? No, off duty. It's a barley wine. We've had it in a rum barrel for,
Almost a year and a half.
Oh wow.
So
and it's probably going to have to sit another year and a half 'cause it tastes like jet fuel. The rum is just totally taking that beer over. So
A couple drops hit the floor and they're just like
yeah,
hissing
yeah,
through it
yeah,
like the movie
exactly,
Alien.
right through the concrete. So we're just it's great to be able to play around with some of these beers and age them, blend them, move them into a different barrel. We're getting ready to do that with 2 barrels of an imperial stout that was in
Buffalo Trace,
Buffalo
and then we're gonna
Trace.
put them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna go in maple syrup bourbon barrels.
for another year.
Oh, very nice. I've got one of your Maker's Mark. The into the was it the Heart of Darkness?
Living
Or Living Darkness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In darkness.
Yeah, what the hell's it called?
Yeah. What is it called?
Living in darkness.
Is it Living in Darkness?
I actually have. I brought a bottle out for tonight.
Oh.
That one is the. Did you get the apple brandy barrel?
No, I had the Maker's Mark. I've got that one sitting since I bought it, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little while longer.
The Woodford.
Yeah, Woodford Reserve.
Was it
Woodford?
Woodford?
Yeah, we had
Woodford or
Woodford or rye, and apple brandy.
I got the black.
Woodford.
Is that Woodford? Okay,
Woodford.
I didn't know if it was at Maker's or Black or Woodford. It was the black wax.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the
Yeah.
red wax is the apple brandy, so we have one of those for tonight.
Oh,
Well, howdy doody.
It's only
Well, it's-
500 mil. Don't
yeah, it's okay. It's a good thing we're like splitting cans here.
Yeah. But now we can do more than 2 because
Well,
we're splitsies.
yeah, I kind of want to. I kind of want to put Tom through just a little bit of.
I knew I know it was coming. I was looking at my empty glass and I was like, well, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just do it.
I'm just gonna give Tom a little taste of something that he is just. Oh, are you getting it, Matt? Are you getting it?
There it is. So we're gonna.
All right. Well, let's do final thoughts on
Yeah.
Star Doors, and then we'll get into this next one here.
I thought it was really tasty. That classic Galaxy dominant IPA flavor. I thought it was really enjoyable, nice mouthfeel. It had good head retention. Overall very enjoyable. Again, didn't drink like an 8.5. Did not drink like an 8.5. It's a little dangerous.
I agree. And I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about the beer, but like, Galaxy being this kind of like wild horse that you have to tame. And I feel like you guys kind of, essentially roped in Galaxy with like the Citra, with Star Doors. You guys were able to kind of rope it in, balance it out with Citra, and just make it just such a pleasant double IPA. It was awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Tom, you ready?
All right. So last week we did a watermelon wheat, which is not necessarily Dan's forte, seeing he hates wheat beers and watermelon.
Yeah, it was like a double. It was a double threat for me.
Yeah. So this week
When I saw this in the Instagram chat, I just immediately started like just laughing, like an evil laugh for Tom. I was just like,
so we're gonna be doing the peach version of Milky Milky Shaky Shaky. So this is a staple series for you guys. This is you guys do. How many iterations of Milky Milky Shaky Shaky have you done?
10?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 10, probably somewhere in that area.
I've brewed it 18 times.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
we've done more than one. Like we've done them more than twice, but it's been, I think it's 18 or 20 at this point.
Okay.
So.
All right.
all right, I'm gonna pull it up on Untapped here, guys. And again, for all those playing the home game, if you want to follow us on Untapped, check us out. It is Best Friends Pod. That's Best Friends POD. Here comes the lactose.
Ryan,
all right.
Ryan, this is for you.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Do a crack in 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's get into this. All right. For all of you playing the home game, I'm not a huge proponent of lactose or fruit in a beer, but
Here,
Fair
Tom.
enough.
Here,
Fair
Tom,
enough.
have some more.
it's not it's not my forte.
To each their own.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to I'll speak of it fairly.
I love the description here. So, oats, wheat, and milk sugar make this
Does
New
that
England.
just say screw you, Tom?
Yeah, I think it does. Oats, wheat, and milk sugar make this New England super creamy, then added a buttload. So how much exactly is a buttload of Madagascar vanilla
I
beans?
believe is it a metric buttload?
It's proprietary. We
Or-
can't tell you that.
Or is it American? Are you talking about American buttload or is this
You got
metric?
metric or imperial?
Infused with peach puree. So, hey guys, cheers.
Sanchez?
Cheers. Cheers.
All right. Down the hatch.
Now, as somebody who's had a couple of your Milky Shaky Shakies, I will say, in comparison to a lot of the other milkshake IPAs I've had in the area, I like that it's not as like there's not like a total full mouthfeel with this one. It still kind of drinks like an IPA, where I don't feel like I'm drinking like a smoothie with it. Like it still has like vibes of an IPA, especially on like the back end of the sip. You get a lot of sweetness, a lot of peach up front, and there's a lingering bitterness, which if I'm going to have a milkshake IPA, I still just want it to be an IPA at some point. And you guys really kind of tail it in just right at the end, just like it just kind of comes back and goes, hey, guess what? This is an IPA. It's like, awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
So, I think I can pretty much put it as this isn't a try hard beer. I feel like a lot of these milkshake styles try to be overly fruited or overly soft, overly creamy. This, I was surprised. I got a nice carb bite right up front, and then I got punched in the face by peach puree. So that it caught me off guard.
It's like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
Hey, we'll go back to it. Sure, we'll go back to the well on that one.
Yeah, just low hanging fruit right now.
The first sip, like once it hit my palate, I was like, ooh, carb, ooh, a little bit bitter, and then it was like, boom, puree, and it caught me off guard. Now as I'm drinking it, it's definitely a little bit more subtle, definitely sweet, It's what's it hopped with?
Citra and Mosaic.
Okay.
Yes.
Classic
Mhm.
combo.
It does have that inherent bitterness to it. It's like an underlying bitterness that works well with the peach. I'm a fan of peach flavor, so good choice to throw at me here. It's not the mouthfeel isn't like super creamy, like I've had with some like I mentioned like the Try Hard milkshake IPAs. Yeah, as far as milkshake IPAs go, this is one of the better ones that I've had.
Cool.
Yeah, I could drink one. I think that's overall like that's my issue with this style is I don't like I'm not a huge fan of sweet beers. And it's like you said, teach your own.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, you can't expect everybody to like every beer, sweetness is a little bit off-putting for me. I like a little sweetness in some of my stouts, like utterly absurd.
Shameless plug.
I feel like when we kind of first started seeing these milkshake IPAs come out, I think the lactose got a little too heavy-handed and was like too creamy. Like I don't want to drink a smoothie. I'm drinking a beer to drink a beer. I don't want a hard beverage, a hard alcohol beverage, whatever you want to call it. I want a beer. So I do like that there's a nice carb bite on it. I like the underlying bitterness. Peach flavor is really nice. I like the way that the peach works with the Madagascar vanilla. Overall, yeah, solid.
Tom is trying so hard not to get into the interrogation room for this one. It's like after we
Well, like you said, it's to each your own, right? That's why we make so many different beers. We have milkshakes, we have hazies, we've got a saison here, we got fruited sours. Over in that case I'm looking at right now, we got an ESB, we have Pilsner. So there's a Doppelbock.
That German Pilsner is awesome, by the way. You guys did a really good job with that one. Just so clean too. Just pouring that one out was so. It's awesome when you get a good clear beer and you can just kind of like look at it like very artisanally. You're just like, oh yes, you put it up to a light and everything. It's beautiful.
It's a nice way to say douchily look at a beer.
Yeah, just go full douche and put it up to like the light. And our chat was blowing up about the ESB earlier. You guys knocked it out of the park with a bunch of people, especially a few weeks ago. That bus that pulled in, one of our friends in that bus is sitting there talking about the ESB earlier in here. So,
Thank you.
Awesome. Actually,
That's
we've got
my
one
favorite beer, probably one of them.
Yeah, it's so good. It was a nice like intro before we started this episode and realized Tom was on the mute button the entire time.
Yeah, but overall for me, it's a very good milkshake IPA, but I don't like milkshake IPAs 1.25.
What an
Oh, you're one of those guys. Not my style. 0.5.
Yeah, this is actually in the category of hype beers. So want to go back and check this out. This has I believe a 4.13 with 400 ratings right there. You guys are in hype beer territory right there.
You guys certified
All right.
hype?
All right,
Certified
guys.
hype.
People are going to throw this in boxes, ship it to Alaska and stuff.
Yeah,
You guys are...
Can you guys give me a 4-pack? I'm trying to make about $250 off this.
I'll give you a 4-pack if you drink a 4-pack.
Drink a
Good
4-pack, earn a 4-pack.
Drink a 4-pack, lose a toe. Oh man! All right.
The lactose jokes.
Yeah, the lactose jokes never stop. It's enjoyable. It's well broadcasted. I'm not a huge milkshake IPA fan.
Yep.
But yeah, enjoyable. I like it.
Very enjoyable. Like I said, still drinks like an IPA, and that's what I look for in most of the milkshakes. We had a couple questions come in as we were kind of talking about this here. So we had somebody asked about anything cool in a Booker's barrel going on.
I think we have a couple bookers.
I was going to say, I think we have 2.
Do you guys know a Justin Hoek?
Ah, Justin. Yo, Justin.
I saw his last name. I was like thinking like Ren Hoek from Ren and Stimpy. I was just
Tattered flag.
I was
He's
going
the
to say
brewer of Tattered Flag.
that flag is not all intact. It's quite tattered.
quite tattered.
We actually
tattered.
have 4 barrels of a collab beer we did with Tattered Flag that are sitting for Pat, who is the owner of Tattered Flag. I don't know if you guys have met him, Pat Devlin. He's a Navy SEAL, and he's
He's the
deployed.
one who the mystery. He's he's in and
deployed
out.
somewhere.
Yeah,
So
he's somewhere.
right. So we said
Undisclosed
we're not,
location.
We're not releasing this beer until he comes back.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
going to be at least a year. So I think
It's
January is a year?
coming up
Yeah.
soon-ish.
Yeah, in a couple months.
So,
So I think we have one's a grape brandy barrel. We have a
Mexican sherry.
Mexican sherry barrel.
And then
Booker's
Booker's
and
and
Basil Hayden, I think.
Basil Hayden.
Oh,
Wow.
So yeah, we've got a lot of Basil Hayden Booker.
This guy's got
Knob
quite a
Creek.
welcome home set for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that, Justin. And I did get your text about getting our beer. He just texted while we were talking here.
Wool mule. It's okay.
It's awesome. And
Dan said he's willing to keister some beer.
yeah, I've got a pack of balloons and a dream going. So if you see me walking into your brewery like a desperado, like I'm just like ching ching ching, that's actually the glasses chinging together inside me. Yep. That's exactly how it's gonna sound.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we've done a few collabs with Tattered Flag. We've done some fruited sours and things. So
Yeah.
this one's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah,
when
we're
it
hoping
finally comes
to.
out.
One of these days we'll get Justin on.
We'll get Justin on. I know he had a
He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy.
I mean, he
Oh,
had a busy.
He is a very busy.
He had a
guy.
busy couple weeks, like with everything going on for Bard out there. So we're gonna collaborate with him and get an episode going soon. So hopefully we get that going. And Tom, you have a question on here from. Did you see a post earlier from Xbeer?
I saw it. I didn't listen to it.
Oh, okay. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of a
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
little
to you.
lactose lesson there.
I don't know. I don't know what Harry does anymore.
You guys met Harry probably on that bus. He does the experimental beers.
He's the home brewer. He does the.
I wasn't.
Was
here
he on
that
the
day.
bus?
Jerry was
Jerry
Jerry was
was?
there. He was on the bus. He's a little short guy. Talks about homebrew.
Probably wearing a Mets hat like a schmizbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really meet anybody. Just was on the bus to thank them, and they kind of overwhelmed me. So
They made it look like you were like partying with them the
Yeah.
entire day.
Well,
You were
He,
I
uh,
was
you were
there,
here? Yeah.
but I was working. Unfortunately, I was bartending. So
yeah. Harry will be at the Four Local Beer Fest. He'll be featuring some of his beers.
Yeah, so the beers he's brewing for that beer fest are all out of his house. So
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
gonna be.
I think he's the only home brewer.
He is the only
Yeah.
home brewer there. So,
Cool.
and he quote distributes. I didn't want to say that because we have retired law enforcement here. 'Cause he distributes his beer to anybody who asks. So if you guys want to hit him up, it's at xbeer_NJ on Instagram. Check out his beers on his website. He's got some amazing styles. He's very like food and beer oriented, so a lot of his stuff is based on like food recipes. Does a good
Yeah,
job.
he's
We'll
very-
definitely have to talk to him at the beer fest.
Yeah, he's definitely mule and beers. We'll say it's legally laxed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the one.
See that drops landing over there. I saw,
Hammer down.
All right, I'm out of here.
The Burt Reynolds drops gum.
oh, we got him.
All right, so Dan, final thoughts on the? You like the milky, shaky.
I do, and I said it before. I like a beer like this that still like harkens back to being an IPA. So you get a lot of like the sweetness on the nose, peach rings. It's just every time I dip my nose in this, it's all peach. You get a lot of the sweetness up front. As you taste the beer, it kind of like dies off a little bit, and then all of a sudden there's this lingering hop bitterness that those buddy cops, Riggs and Murtaugh, Citra Mosaic, they just bring back to the beer. I like any beer that's going to remind you that it's still an IPA. So cheers on that. I've been a big fan ever since you guys put out the original. So
Thank you.
So there's there's a local ice cream parlor near us that does during peach season. They do like a peach ice cream sundae type thing, and it's kind of this is what it's reminding me of. It's as it's warmed up, I'm getting a lot heavier with the Madagascar vanilla. It's coming through as it's like a dessert in the glass, you know. Like I said, I like the peach flavor. I'm a big fan of peach, and I think they work well together. It reminds me of that like peach sundae. So it's a very good dessert beer, you know. Could you have more than one at a time? I don't think.
People
I don't know
who
if
like
I can do
dessert
it.
could.
Yeah, sure. It's just heavy. Oh, it's heavy.
I'm the same way with like dessert like stouts
yeah.
and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
anything that has the word like dessert in it. I'm like, this is a one beer. I'm going to enjoy it. That second beer, I'm not going to enjoy it.
How many people are going? You know what? I'm going to crack a second. Utterly absurd.
Yeah.
If it's like outside by a fire at night, like I've aged a couple of those utterly absurds, yeah, I might crack into a couple of those. Speaking of aging them, we've got
Yeah, we've
we've
got a thing.
we've got a thing going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Bring that up, Dan.
pull it up here while we're doing this. So
Yeah. I know our partners. We like to call them our corporate overlords.
corporate overlords.
Yeah, breweries in PA.
Corporate overlord.
I think it was the first time we had Matt and Chad on.
I still haven't met Chad in real life, so I don't think he's a real
He's not
person.
real. He's not real. We're
I feel like
convinced.
he's just like a character actor.
He's one of those. You know how they brought Tupac back in hologram form,
Or like Michael Jackson back in
yeah, that's what-
hologram form. I feel like he's just a
Chad's
hologram.
just hologram.
He's like Zordon from the Power Rangers.
I don't think we've ever met them.
Yeah, never.
Chad.
You guys have never met him, right?
No idea who they are.
You have no idea who they are at all.
There's just a big tube with a face in it going, "Your Facebook post is stupid." But yeah, Matt.
That beer's not from Pennsylvania.
Treehouse isn't welcome here.
Check out our map. Oh man. God,
Oh, boy.
if they have an anniversary, we should just do a roast.
Yeah, join us next week when we won't be sponsored by.
Hold on, can I hide the image on our stream?
No.
Oh, it's permanent.
Yeah, it's permanent. Oh man. All right. So yeah. So the first time we had Matt and Chad.
I don't even
on-
think Matt's still in the chat. So, Matt, if you're still in the chat, let us know.
Yeah. So the first time we had them on, we asked them, what their favorite beers were, and Matt said Milky Milky Shaky Shaky.
Yeah,
I think he said that was like
okay.
for like that.
yeah, it was without hesitation.
Yeah.
That was the beer that he said.
Nice.
Yeah. So you got
All
that.
right, I take it back. I've met Matt and I've met Chad.
Okay, so Chad
And
is
we
a real
like them.
person. He's not a computer algorithm
No,
that
he's a
just
real person.
that takes the non-PA beers out of his group page.
All right. What do we got? What do we got coming up here, Dan?
All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen. We've got a little bit of a rarity here. So if you guys playing at home have had this, and I love that you guys have the red wax, blue wax, black wax on the descriptions on Untapped. It made it easy for me to find this one. So we are going to be doing the Living in Darkness 2020. Aged in a Laird's apple brandy barrel, Living in Darkness is brewed once a year to celebrate the winter solstice. We brewed this thick imperial stout in early spring and let it slumber for over 8 months inside the darkness of barrels that were hand-selected by our brew team, aka the retired guys over there.
That's all we do.
Share our labor of love with those you love and bring some light to the longest, darkest day of the year. I don't want to read this alcohol by volume, but we're going to have little sips of this. So it's a 12% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, just cut that in fists.
Just cut that in fists. We
Yeah.
got this. Divide it up.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, you got a bottle opener up there you can throw to me?
It's like I mean, when you really look at it, it's like 3% alcohol by volume. You know, it's math. It's,
You can tell he's an old guy. He's got like something in his pocket that would open that up.
He's got a utility tool,
yeah,
of
he
course.
does. Yeah.
He's got a Leatherman right next to his belt holder for his cell phone.
No, it's beeper.
His beeper.
I don't know what's.
He's like, hold on, is there a payphone here? I need to call my wife.
I don't know what's older: the fact that he just whipped out a Leatherman, or the fact that I've had several Leathermans sitting in my Amazon cart because I'm looking for the right one for me.
I didn't realize there were that many.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's an absurd amount of them.
I want a nice moleskin sheath.
Yeah,
so-
skin.
Yeah, moleskin sheath, so I can put it on my belt buckle or my belt loop.
Oh man, we've Pat
right-
in the chat says he's got one in storage as well. Hey, I've got the black wax in storage, so
The what?
I've got the black wax
Okay,
one in
black
storage.
wax. Okay.
Black
Woodford.
wax. Not the Leatherman. No, people in the chat are talking about this beer, so
Oh. Is that the Twitch chat?
this is actually the Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube chat, so anybody can
Oh.
join in. This is actually from Facebook. This is Pat from Rebel Hill. He's the manager operations over there. So
Hey, Pat.
hey, 10-7 wants to get in touch with you, Pat. So why don't you slide into their DMs, show them a suggestive image.
Do it.
10-7 has been known to collaborate with a brewery or two.
Once or twice.
One or two.
Yeah. So, like Dan said, we're live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube,
Yep.
which you can follow on YouTube and Facebook.
At Best Friends Pod, guys. Again, that's Best Friends POD.
I forget which ones I played.
Haven't played this one. It's a good one.
And we're still figuring out the whole Twitch thing. Hey, you know,
I don't know,
Twitch.tv /
Maybe Tom will actually like change the username so it actually goes with everything else.
Yeah, probably not. Twitch.tv
Still
/
holding
Best
the
Best
mute
Friends Podcast. Twitch.tv / Best Friends POD.
It's the
Cast.
worst one. It's the worst drop. All the
I'll
other
save
ones
it-
are good.
I'll save it for last.
Save the best for last. Yeah, so we're gonna get into this. Jerry's making a mess over here with his Leatherman.
He just stabbed it. All right.
He just stabbed it with a knife and opened it up. It's crazy.
All right. So we are. Let's bring this back up so the stream can see. So we're gonna be living in darkness here. So this is the apple brandy one.
Yep.
Okay. So what makes this extra thick?
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
sorry.
You're
What
all right.
did I do?
No, you didn't ruin anything. Just our headphones. It's okay. You're good. You can talk.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Sorry.
hears you.
Yes. So definitely grain bill. So it's a pretty thick grain bill. Starting gravity was super high. What was I think we do we? I was gonna say yeah, longer boil. I think this one was a 6-hour boil, 6 to 8 hour boil on this one.
Keep losing his.
Yeah, you're good. No, it's not. It's just
just
our headphones. It's not-
Headphones.
It's a headphone
Yeah,
adapter. It's Amazon. Yeah. Can't really buy quality there.
No.
You can buy quantity.
Yeah.
If your corporate overlords would hook you up,
Yeah, right.
They've showed us their bank account. They could bankroll us. They just choose not to. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Got
You
it.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because we have it's because we do New Jersey beers sometimes.
Yeah.
They were like, you guys are fired.
There we go. All right.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks again for having us.
cheers. Our pleasure.
Cheers.
Slancha.
The grand finale.
Yes. The grand finale.
It's the final countdown.
I don't have that queued up either.
So I'm just getting the apple brandy right off the nose as I was pouring it out
Oh, wow,
for
yeah.
all of you guys.
Yeah.
I was just over here living in an apple brandy barrel while I was pouring it out. But that's
it
exactly
definitely
what I
picked
was
up
getting.
a lot.
Yeah, I can't wait to crack into my
Whoa.
Woodford.
Wow. I was not I was not expecting the kick of apple brandy there.
The barrel is intense
Mm-hmm.
in the best way possible.
This is the perfect glass. Another glass from 10-7 right
Yeah.
here. But on the nose, it's just, it's so pleasant. With every
Yeah.
sip, just getting it on the nose and then getting that nice like brandy bite with each sip.
Everything works really harmoniously in this. I think once you get, I mean, that was like a jump scare for me.
It was pretty jolting. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I know. I
there.
thought he saw something. Like he was like, spider.
No, I thought about the interrogation room. No, this is a very, like you said, it's thick. It drinks thick. Super harmonious. I mean, everything works really, really well together. It's not overly brandy. It's not overly malty. It's a good, not quite pastry stout, not quite imperial stout. It's like a good middle ground. Flavor is really intense, but in the best way. Yeah, super enjoyable.
Yeah. So, just to clarify, you guys aged this 8 months before you bottled it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was 8 months bottled, and then 8 months to the date of me coming out here that weekend when they were released and purchasing it. This has been sitting. In your opinion, because you guys bottled it, you guys had it at the point of bottling, I assume. What, in terms of flavor, has changed since it's been sitting for a little bit?
I would say the barrel character has kind of come out a little bit more. I would say,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so too.
I didn't have the same reaction that you had at the very beginning, but it
Like
definitely
he was stealing
was
apple
like,
brandy from his grandma. Or Jerry. I'm sorry. It was right there.
The best line.
It was right there.
Oh, man.
That's a beer name.
Oh, great.
Should do the next apple brandy is Jerry's liquor cabinet.
Oh, man. That was good.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I would say that barrel character has honestly come out.
That's been the biggest
Yeah.
indicator of what's it just makes me more excited because I'm a huge Woodford Reserve fan.
Mm-hmm.
So like the black wax one that I have at home, like if it's gonna bring out more of the barrel like it did with this, I am super stoked on that. So
They all turned out so great. I love the rye. I like rye whiskey. I love that rye barrel. That's the green wax.
Oh, okay.
But I also love apple brandy beers. Like I can't remember which one. Hardywood. It's Trickery or Foolery. One of them. One of those two is an apple brandy barrel aged beer. It's fantastic, and that's what kind of piqued my interest when we were able to get an apple brandy barrel. I was like, so we have another beer in an apple brandy barrel right now, right?
I think we have
Two?
two.
Yeah,
we
two
have
more.
Two different beers, and apple brandy.
Yeah, I love this too. So I mean, there's a little touch of sweetness from that brandy. I
Yeah.
think.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's almost like it's like almost like a fruit notes that are
Yeah.
kind of
Mhm.
coming out with that.
Yep.
And so like you said, the barrel came out more. That means like yeah, the barrel coming out more just makes me more excited for like about a year down the road when I crack that bottle. I had I've told this story on the podcast before, but I went on vacation a few weeks ago and I used to have a wine fridge that I put all my, I would say my aging bottles in, like 56, 57 degrees in that wine fridge. It broke over vacation.
Oh, no.
So like I came home and I had to like take all the bottles out of it and run them down to my basement.
Talk about a Benny Hill skit.
So I had your beer and like some other ones that I was aging, and I had well, Scott Farkas obviously isn't in the chat, but I had their Warwick Pecan Bourbon Stout in my hands, and I'm like running them down to the basement. The Pecan Bourbon one just falls out of my, and just like
No.
just hits a couple steps and just slams on the basement floor and just cracks open on the head and just spins around like a Benny Hill skate, and it's just stout all over my finished basement. Like
Were you on your hands and knees trying to catch it at each rotation?
I was like, no,
in your
no.
mouth?
I was just
Dan,
like, ah.
Dan just has newspaper put up everywhere in his basement like a serial killer.
I was like squeezing out the brawny paper towel into my mouth. I'm just like, just a little bit of pecan. I just want to taste the pecan.
it tastes like dirt.
But I remember just like giving the Into the Darkness like just a cursory inspection, making sure I didn't like, because that one dropped too. But Warwick's broke. Yours didn't. So
Yeah, well, you know.
Suck it, Ryan.
We've got some pretty awesome stouts lined up for anniversary too. What was the cuvee we just did?
Oh, it was so we have some. Did you guys ever get I Want That? Did you ever get any of that from our first anniversary?
no, I didn't get.
So that was
I think
our,
we only had the 2-year anniversary.
that was our first anniversary stout. Was I Want That? That was in a Buffalo Trace barrel, and then it was in a rum maple, and then a bourbon maple.
It was actually one of the first stouts we served to the public at a beer fest in 2017.
Oh wow! So this was a recipe
2018.
you guys had back in the
Yeah.
the
It's an
festival
OG,
days
yeah.
that you brought in and did some barrel aging with.
Yeah, so that was we knew that we had wanted to do some sort of big stout for our first anniversary, and so we had done that, and so we put it into 3 different barrels, and then we bottled some of it, and then we had some on tap, and then we saved some, and so we currently have some of that, and so what I had done was I took took some of the rum maple, took some of the Buffalo Trace, and then we had just recently brewed it again to put into barrels again. And so I blended the 3 of those together and then conditioned it on flaked coconut and toasted coconut. And it's pretty...
It's insane.
Just a little like chef's kiss. Like,
Yeah. Yep. I like to say Jeff's kiss.
Oh, okay.
Don't know why. But
Who's Jeff?
yeah, he's our
Why are you
carpenter.
kissing him like that?
He's our carpenter. Anything he touches is gold. So Jeff's kiss. But yeah, that'll be out on our anniversary
that's awesome.
on tap.
Bob and Jerry
so.
are going to be here a lot more often, observing. What are you doing with Jeff?
So is Jeff showing up for today's brew?
I would say on the nose, this smells like when you get that whiff, it's like a very, like, this is going to be boozy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take a sip, and it's sweet up front, but underlying, there's that barrel characteristic.
There's a little bit of roast.
Yeah, nice roast malt
Little chocolate.
background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got that like nice. It's got that nice like fruit and chocolate flavor. You know, you get that like chocolate covered raspberry kind of flavor.
That's a good description with the fruit, kind of like a chocolate covered fruit flavor to that. Like just a tiny hint of booziness. Like there's a lot more booziness on the nose than there is on the finish to it. You guys made it extremely smooth.
Yeah, does not again. There's a theme here. Doesn't drink like 12%.
Does not.
Can't wait to drink a couple gallons of water while we're wrapping up this podcast.
All right. Well, Dan, final thoughts on this?
Thank you guys for saving this for us.
Sure.
This
Oh,
was
of
a
course.
pleasant surprise, and it was awesome to talk about. Definitely a great beer. It just makes me excited for the one I have aging. So, really excited.
So we're at about an hour and a half. I think it's time to say goodbye.
All right. So, yeah, we'll do our plugs here. So, I am going to go ahead and pull up our boys here on their social media and all that jazz. Guys, you've seen us pull it up before. So, first, we're just going to go through. Make sure that you guys are following 10-7 Brewing Company on Untapped right here. It's 10-7 Brewing Company. So, They make it easy here.
I don't have a POD drop for that.
There's nothing POD about that, guys. On Facebook, it's at Ten7 Brewing Company. Instagram, at Ten7 Brewing Co. Guys, check out their website too, ten7brewing.com. They have a great ordering system. I've been a fan of it for over the past year, so go ahead and check it out. And
There's a picture of every single glass that we drank out of tonight.
I know. Look at all of the different glass styles. I think that was my first impression, like pre-pandemic, when my buddy brought me here, was just the amount of different glasses I had beers in as I was sitting at the bar. I was like, wait, is it a completely different glass than what I had before?
It enhances the experience.
It does. It really does. You guys do a great job here, both in the tap house and with your distribution and your takeout. So I'm always happy to come up here, and I'm always really stoked when you guys were so excited to come on the podcast, and it warmed my heart. So thank you guys again.
Our pleasure.
course.
It's good
Thank
to be back on.
Yeah.
And one distribution channel that we did not talk about was Prohibition Parcel, which is we ship anywhere in Pennsylvania. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, prohibitionparcel.com. Keep saying partial. Parcel. P-A-R-C-E-L, yeah. So prohibitionparcel.com will ship anywhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh friends, get out there and enjoy some 10-7 beer.
Yeah. Watch as your team just disintegrates in football season this year.
Your brittle bone quarterback just falls apart.
He just walks out like an erector set.
Yeah, but we have so many championships. Yeah, in the 70s.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
All right, guys. So we'll do our plugs here before
Yep.
we head out. Follow us, Instagram, Facebook.
Oh, we're going to get repeat POD drops?
Just make sure you get the good ones. Facebook,
Which one?
Instagram, Untapped, Gmail. It's Best Friends Pod. That's Best Friends POD. You always got to open the mosh pit for that one.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for following on the stream. We're always going to be live on Facebook as well as Twitch. And so, again, just got to mention is twitch.com/Best Friends Podcast. That's twitch.com/Best Friends POD. Cast.
All right. And I think that does it, man.
That does it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Had a
Yeah.
lot of fun here.
Thank you for 10-7 for welcoming us in and letting us broadcast from here and sharing your beers with us.
Of course.
Our pleasure.
Great internet connection.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't say the same for Levante, but beggars can't be choosers.
Jim Adams, Firewall King.
Jim Adams, Firewall King.
Yeah, he's the Firewall King of Southeast Pennsylvania. All right.
I'm so glad I got the wheeze laugh. I just wanted to get one more wheeze laugh out of Matt.
All right.
It's like the Hanna-Barbera dog.
For those who don't know, we did a live broadcast from Levante, and Jim Adams is, he's a tech nerd, and he
wouldn't let us log into the Wi-Fi.
we were like, yeah, your firewall won't let us broadcast. He was like, man, that sucks, and he just walked away. That was it. That was end of discussion. All 6'7" of them.
He's too busy getting those Wawa Shorty Hoagies out to all you guys on the online order.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, again, 10-7 Brewing, North Wales, Prohibition Parcel, 107brewing.com. Just get their beer. It never disappoints. Guys, thank you very much for joining us on stream. Dan, you know how I feel about you.
I love you. Always have.
Sound like Matt's giggle there for a second.
All right. And guys, remember, it's not goodbye forever. It's just what happened here. Just. And guys, remember, same thing as we had you on last time. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. The Clinton family did that. All right, everybody. Best Friends Podcast episode. I don't even know what episode we're on anymore.
I don't know.
Episode something. 80,
We out.
80 something. We out.
See ya.
See you. All right. Live stream.
Bye, stream.
See you next week.